The world's richest leaders. They said that public service comes from the heart because becoming a politician won't make you rich. It is a selfless profession with heavy responsibilities. More like a superhero film without the super serums and magical stones. Well, that's kind of an outdated statement considering that most leaders are, rich. Hello, welcome back to Luxury Life, where we talk about the secrets of millionaires, understand their rich and lavish lifestyles, and even get a glimpse of the most expensive things on earth. At Luxury Life, we try to empower and inspire you so you can be a millionaire too. If you enjoy watching our videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you get updated whenever we upload new content. In this world we are living in, everyone seems to have an opinion about politics. If not all, most people have become so invested in political talks and activities. Nation leaders are in the spotlight more than they could ever be in normal times. And the strange thing is, these leaders have become popular not because of their achievements, but rather their personal lives. How many world leaders do you know? Type them in the comment box below and let's see who knows the most. Leading a group surely requires great skills and passion, but governing a nation is a whole different thing. If you're ruling a country, you'll have access to almost anything in the world. Food, security, power, influence, and of course, luxury. In today's video, we are going to share with you the 7 richest world leaders. Number 7. Sebastian Piñera. Sebastian Piñera may not be of royal blood, but he sure enjoys the perks of a king. Piñera is the current president of Chile and has served as the country's president from 2010 to 2014 and again in his second term from 2018 to 2022. Chile is a country in the western part of South America and is famous for its diverse landscapes. You will find the majestic Valparaiso and Viña del Mar in this tropical country. Sebastian Piñera studied business engineering at the Pontifical Catholic University of Chile and economics at Harvard University. Aside from being the country's president, Sebastian Piñera is also a billionaire businessman with a whopping $2.9 billion, making him one of the richest people in Chile. He has money, power, and influence at their finest. He started out with his credit card company called Bancard in 1976. Following this business, he continued to sell multiple state holdings that gave him quite a few fortunes. He once owned and sold 26% worth of shares in the Chilean national airline, LAN. In 2010, Sebastian Piñera owned 90% of the Chile Vision, a national television channel, and sold it to Time Warner for $150 million. You might wonder how come this state leader can own and manage so many private estates without being put into the public's critical eyes. Well, Sebastian may be highly influential and powerful, but this didn't stop him from being involved in multiple scandals. The Chileans are warier of Sebastian's actions now that he sold a sensitive copper and iron mine to a childhood friend. Looks like the Chilean 2022 elections will sizzle for Sebastian. Number 6. Hans Adam II. Royalty is a dream, but for Hans Adam II, it's a reality. Hans Adam is the reigning prince of Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein is a constitutional monarchy between Switzerland and Austria. Prince Hans Adam II is the son of Prince Franz Joseph II and Countess Georgina von Wilczek. Aside from being a literal prince, Prince Hans has an estimated net worth of $5.53 billion, making him the single richest king in Europe. He owns the largest bank in the country and has extensive investments and estate holdings. As a prince, he took a keen interest in the country's economic and financial development, as well as its relations with the other nations. Born in 1945, Prince Hans still handles tremendous businesses and holdings in Liechtenstein. He owns an extensive art collection that is displayed at the Liechtenstein Museum in Vienna. The next world leader may raise a few eyebrows, especially with the world's tense political relations. Number 5. Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un is quite popular among political experts and conspiracy believers. The supreme leader of North Korea is known for having immense power and wealth. Well, if he's the nation's sole leader, isn't it perfectly normal to have all the power and wealth, considering that his family owns significant land estates and holdings? Practically yes. But normally? What do you think? Let us know in the comment box. Kim Jong-un's actual assets are still a mystery. According to the US and South Korean investigation in 2013, they reported having uncovered nearly $5 billion worth of assets. And these assets were surprisingly divided and distributed well in accordance with North Korean characteristics. Since the supreme leader's family controls the banks and owns almost everything in North Korea, it is possible for them to stash away their profits in over 200 banks from Austria, Luxembourg, and Switzerland. Very clever, Kim Jong-un. Number 4. Mohammed VI. Mohammed VI is the current king of Morocco. He belongs to the Alawi dynasty and ascended the throne in 1999 upon the death of his father, King Hassan II. King Mohammed owns a 35% stake in the Société Nationale d'Investissement, or SNI, a large private company that mainly operates in banking, telecommunication, and renewable energy, giving him an estimated net worth of $5 billion. How does a Moroccan king spend his money? According to Forbes, he spends over $960,000 for his personal palace alone, and this is just for a day. And take note, the Moroccan state pays for his daily expenditures. Well, what can you expect? He's a king. Morocco has allotted a yearly budget of $2.5 billion for his expenses, but this still doesn't make him the richest king in the world. Number 3. Hassanal Bolkiah. If spending is a sport, we already have a champion. Hassanal Bolkiah is the current Sultan of Brunei. He's one of the last absolute monarchs in the world. Hassanal Bolkiah has often been named one of the richest kings in the world, with an estimated net of $20 billion. He is a financial giant as well as Brunei's sole owner of oil reserves. What do you think will happen if the world run out of this precious natural resource? With Brunei's low population and decent public image, Sultan Hassanal has managed to maintain his spending habits. We're not talking about mere cash flows, we're talking about massive and filthy long receipts of excessive luxuries. The Sultan of Brunei is known to spend on non-essential and even useless things. He would buy luxurious cars on a given normal day and for no reason at all. It is reported that he already has over 7,000 cars in his collection. That's right, if he were to drive a new car every day, it would take him roughly 20 years to complete one cycle of his collection. He has reported having spent over $789 million on high-performance cars alone. He even has 100 pieces of the rarest cars in existence. What would the Sultan do with 100 pieces of the same car? Only he would know. And you thought this Sultan was the richest? Nope. The next two leaders will blow your perception of wealth and power. Number 2. Maha Vajiralongkorn. Hailed as the richest monarch in the world and the second richest world leader, Maha Vajiralongkorn is the current king of Thailand. Yes, that's right. Thailand, although small and quiet, possesses such immense wealth even the West cannot comprehend. King Vajiralongkorn, also known as the King Rama X, was coronated as the 10th king of the Chakri dynasty. He was portrayed by the media as a millionaire playboy with the strangest taste in fashion and style. The estimated net of King Rama X starts at $45 billion, and this number may be higher. To show the extent of his wealth, his coronation event lasted 3 days and cost the Thai government a whopping $31 million. Aside from his estimated and speculated wealth, we can conclude that he possesses the most valuable resources in his country after he dissolved the Crown Property Bureau, the organization that owns and handles all of the country's royal assets. After dissolving this national bureau, he then adds all of the assets under him, adding a $70 billion sum to his already bulging money bag. As of this day, the King of Thailand owns 4 Boeing commercial jets, 3 Sukhoi super jets, 4 fighter jets, and 21 helicopters. Don't forget about his personal parade of luxurious cars. It seems that the King of Thailand has a vintage taste, for he owns a 1960 Rolls-Royce Phantom that costs over $200,000, a $1 million 1964 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, to name just a few. And finally, the richest leader in the world is number 1, Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin is the most powerful man in Russia, and possibly one of the strongest and most influential leaders in the world. If you are a great consideration in American politics and governance, surely you are worth a billion stars. Russia is a secretive, more like an enigmatic country as it is. Sure enough, Putin's net worth is still a mystery. It has been speculated that Putin is somewhere over $70 billion. But wait, that's just mere speculation and a lot of estimations. According to the former Hermitage Capital Management CEO, Bill Browder, the estimate that was given under oath to the United States Judiciary Committee in 2017 was a staggering $200 billion. Although Russia ranks 70th on the list of the richest country, there is no doubt that it is the world's leading exporter of natural gas. Russia is also the second largest oil exporter and producer. And we always go back to oil, my friends. With the ongoing feud between Russia and Ukraine, it is highly evident that when Russia makes a move, every country in the world is affected. Just take a look at the recent abrupt price increases of food, services, and of course, gas. On a side note, let us all hope that the issue between Ukraine and Russia will be immediately resolved. Going back to Putin's vast wealth, it has been reported that he was gifted an extravagant mansion by several billionaires for no apparent reason at all. Maybe Putin really is a lovable guy in person. Given that his wealth is still unclear in numbers, there is no absolute doubt that Putin is the richest leader in the world. And that's it for today. Did your country's leader make it to the list? Which among these richest leaders is your favorite? Tell us more in the comments section and we'll surely read them all. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get updated whenever we post new videos. See you next time!